What is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video. We're continuing on with the Gradient Shadow Gligar Lanturn team, and we are talking about Lanturn. Did it truly get nerfed? I don't think so. I've seen others talk about this on their videos on social media. Jonkus was the main one I've seen talk about this. Like, everyone was saying Lanturn got nerfed, Spark nerf, Spark nerf, Lanturn's not good anymore. You could make the argument Lanturn got buffed with Spark because it does a little bit less energy generation now, but it deals a noticeable amount of more damage. Spark has become indeed a Bullet Punch clone, and Bullet Punch, not a bad fast move. It's basically like counter, but a little bit less damage. I think it's like one less damage than Poison Jab, if I'm not mistaken, excuse me. So Spark, very solid fast move. Nothing like crazy overpowered or anything. But Lanturn, and here's a situation to start off the video where you're going to see it. So I get a shield advantage with Greedent in the lead. I'm going to come in here with Lanturn. They throw Wild Charge, and all I needed was 4 Sparks to KO from that health. If before the Spark update, I don't think Lanturn is getting rid of that double before taking 2 moves. And in comes a Razor Leaf Ludicolo. We actually throw Thunderbolt, get the shield. We're going to throw an Aerial Ace here right away, not messing around. Gligar looking mean. Boom! Nearly knocks out Ludi. 1 wing attack. And whatever it was in the back did not want to see Gligar. So, starting the video off with a dub. And that's always a nice way to start. We go on to the next one, and yeah, still in rank 1, but I actually, what happened was I did 1 battle at the very end of last season. So I only got 4 battles in my first set, which is why I think I'm still in rank 1 in my second set of the season. And what's with all the double leads? Did someone make a double video? So many double leads. We're farming up a whole bunch of energy. Greedent slamming away. Our opponent throws on incorrect timing. They're giving us a free Mud Shower. It's going to help us out a little bit. Going for another body slam here. All the doubles have been committing a shield to win switch. Let's see if this double will do the same. Yep, this double is going to commit a shield. And let's see if Lanturn once again gets the Spark down, only taking 1 move. Wild Charge comes through, debuffing the double. And Lanturn gets the Spark down in 4. Pretty nasty stuff. In comes Swampert. So I'm going to chip this thing with a Surf and then go into my Gligar. Swampert with a too much out head start. A little bit concerning. We're going to shield up the Hydro Cannon. And then they swap into Azu. This is rough, dude. This looks pretty rough. Little bit RPS in the back, but we're not going to give up yet because we are up shields. Or up 1 shield, I guess. I am going to have to shield this. But keep in mind, the switch clocks are a little bit desynced. So is there any way Gligar can pull this off? We get off the dig and I actually just throw my Aerial Ace. The only reason being he's at the Ice Beam, and this is going to allow me to switch and get out of here. And in doing so, I actually catch the Ice Beam from Azumarill. So a absolutely huge play there to really shift things. We get off Surf, but this is a non-Shadow Swampert, so I'm thinking we probably live the Hydro Cannon. And I was personally thinking Surf would knock out, but what you're going to see happen here is Surf doesn't quite knock out. And then we simultaneously KO, but Azu is dry. So our wing attacks are going to knock out the Azu. And what looked like a pretty dire situation turns into a win. So that was a nice early season win there. Probably the first like high quality win of this season where we made some nice plays and reads. Catching that Ice Beam was probably a pivotal moment in flipping the outcome of that game. You see us basking in the glory of like our 7th win of the Go Battle League season. Let's see if we can skip ahead a little bit. On to the next one. And here we go. Yamlet I remember the name because I said it's like the cousin of Hamlet. And this is where Greedent really enjoys Mudshot against an electric steel type where we're going to deal double super effective damage. We shield the wild charge. They switch Altaria. And then this is where Spark Lanturn comes in handy because normally you were going to need 2 Thunderbolts to knock out Altaria. But these Sparks are doing more damage than they used to. And this Thunderbolt is going to put Altaria low enough where my Spark damage is like pretty much doing as much as the Dragon Breath damage. And I'm like, maybe I can take the Moonblast and Spark down. And that is exactly what happens. The Spark damage was keeping pace with the Dragon Breath damage. That's how crazy it is. One Mudshot knocks out Magnezone. In comes Toxicroak, and this game's just over because we've got our Gligar in back. So as long as we handled the Altaria okay, there was really not much our opponent could do here. They're playing it out. They're going to eat. No, they're going to shield the Body Slam, and once they see the Gligar. Oh, okay. I was going to say they'll recognize it's over, but they're still playing it out. Sludge Bomb, maybe just kind of gauging how much Sludge Bomb does if they still had a chance. And then they top left. G to the G to Mr. Yamlet. And it's time for another battle. Let's see who we got. Can Rise escape from rank 1? Or will he be stuck in rank 1 forever? Find out next time. That sounds kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, so a tough lead. Oh, God, okay. We may be looking at the end of the winning streak. We may be looking at the end of the streak. We go for Dig. Dugong just throws Icy Wind right away, which I find interesting. And they undercharge it. That's smart. Give themselves an extra Ice Shard to farm. And here is where Lanturn also benefits from the Spark. This has happened like 3 games in a row. This situation probably would have been too much health for Lanturn to Spark down before. Probably would have had to take 2 moves. But I shield once, Spark all the way down, got all this energy. And what's going to come in? Ninetales. So I make a mistake here by throwing right away. I could have done 1 and then thrown for proper timing. So that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, imagine if I had done 1 and throw. I would have been 1 away here. And maybe this game would have panned out a little bit differently without that just little slight misplay. Our opponent's throwing Weather Ball, but it's kind of awkward, right? Because it's like, where am I going to shield? I feel like I can't really shield there because otherwise Hitmontop just sweeps up a shield. I swap in Greedent. Hitmontop is punching away. And we are concerned with that new move, Triple Axle. That's going to buff the Hitmontop's attack. I always like the Hitmontop little animation. He's skating almost. He's dancing on his head. He's like break dancing on you. And if you're wondering why I didn't bother throwing the move, he still had a shield to hide behind. So that's why I didn't bother throwing it. And Hitmontop delivers us our first L of the season. It was a great streak while it lasted. I think it lasted about 7 or 8 games. Let me know in the comments, what's your longest winning streak in the Go Battle League? Mine is, I believe, 24. I think it occurred at the start of one of the earlier seasons of the Go Battle League. Tough lead here into Lucario. I decided to stay. This is a questionable decision by me, personally. Yeah, probably better off swapping Lanturn, to be honest. But staying in isn't the end of the world either. Because we are chipping away, as you see, with the mud shots. We get a shield advantage. But the problem here is Lucario has all this energy, and this just looks kind of scary. This looks kind of scary. Shadow Ball does a ton of damage. And I wasn't really counting, but I thought maybe he got to another one, so I shielded to be safe, and he actually got to 2 Shadow Balls. That's pretty crazy. In comes Bastiodon, and I'm like, what? Bastiodon? But I'm still a little pessimistic. I'm like, it's probably Medi. I probably just lose. But he's staying in. We go for the Surf. Wait, I forget if I win or lose this game. What's in the back? Oh, Swampert. Oh my gosh, okay. So the opponent messes up here, and this is where you see a little bit of inexperience, perhaps, from this opponent. They go straight for Hydro. They go straight for Hydro. I have no incentive to shield that. And they shield the Surf. And now I'm perfectly content just letting this go down and saving a shield for my Gligar, because I know I can get to dig here before Swampert gets to double Hydro Cannon. So a bit of a misplay from our opponent. They needed to at least threaten the Earthquake to have a chance in this game. And Dig is going to knock out. So it looked to be a pretty devastating situation for us. We're actually able to flip around, and that was nice to overcome that situation, come away with a win, and get the 4-1 in our second set of the season. Sneasel is the reward. Sneasel the Weasel. We catch the little guy. And yeah, overall, if I had to pick like nerf or buff, I would say I would have to lean towards buff for Lanturn. I think based off the PvPoke rankings, it has dropped quite a bit. And one reason is probably a few of the matchups that it is negatively affected by this move change is Medicham, because now Lanturn has the same exact pacing as Medicham. Before, it outpaced Medicham to its moves, so you could get to 2 Thunderbolts before 2 Psychics. Now Lanturn has the same pacing, which hurts it a little bit, but you're also dealing more spark damage. So it's interesting. The rankings seem to consider it a downgrade, but the way it feels in a lot of these situations in this set, it seemed to be an upgrade. So let me know what you guys think, if you have any reasoning behind it other than just kind of feel and what you've experienced so far. I would definitely lean towards side grade or upgrade for Lanturn, but definitely not nerf. If I had to pick one of those 3 options, I'd probably pick side grade for the spark change. But all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.